Have you ever wondered what would have happened if Naruto was reborn with all of his memories? How would the story change? Could Naruto grow much stronger? Which people he'd lost in the original timeline would he end up saving this time? Would he manage to save all of them? Or would some tragedies still be inevitable? Let's get right into it. Well, as Naruto opens his eyes, he's shocked to see his late mom and dad. It doesn't take long for him to realize he's been reborn with every memory intact. Everything plays out the same at first. His parents still die, and just as they do, Kurama is sealed inside him. And why didn't Naruto stop this tragedy from happening? Well, because Naruto is still just a baby here. The moment the sealing finishes, Kurama instantly receives all of Naruto's memories, from his birth to them being best of friends. This shocks Kurama, as he wonders if it's a genjutsu or some side effect of the Death Reaper seal. But for the time being, he decides to stay quiet and lay low. As time passes, Naruto adapts to his tiny body. Unlike the original timeline, where the village hated him for being the Nine-Tails Jinchuriki and forced him into having a rough childhood, this time, Naruto is far more mature. He just smiles whenever he's insulted and never runs around causing trouble for attention. The first person to notice Naruto's unusual maturity is the third Hokage, Hiruzen. Hiruzen pays closer attention to Naruto, a 5-year-old who doesn't cry when villagers turn away, who trains quietly in the woods instead of painting the Hokage faces. I mean, this does look pretty suspicious, right? It unsettles Hiruzen, but it also gives him hope that Naruto might after all turn into a fine young man similar to his father. By age 5, Naruto makes the same promise to become Hokage, but this time with deeper resolve. He will save everyone he couldn't save in the original timeline. After a while, Naruto decides to eventually confront Kurama in his subconscious. He reveals Kurama's real name, explains that he was reborn with all his memories, and says he's from the future. Kurama doesn't trust him at first and stays hostile, but over the years, their conversations slowly build understanding, as Kurama understands that Naruto had no way of knowing all these things otherwise. This is indeed happening. Naruto is reborn with his memories. Over time, they become genuine friends, something that never happened in the original timeline up until the very end of the series. So with that being said, would Naruto unseal Kurama like it happened in the ending stages of the original story? Not quite, for the simple reason that the village is not yet ready for this. Naruto is still supposedly just a child, so unsealing the Nine-Tails would be a serious security concern to the village. After all, they do not understand the special situation Naruto is in right now. By age 10, Naruto has secretly mastered the Shadow Clone Jutsu and the Rasengan. In the original timeline, he failed the graduation exam 3 times because his chakra control was terrible. But knowing that passing on the first try would mess with his team placement, Naruto deliberately pretends to fail. Everything rolls along like before, up until the Mizuki incident. Mizuki tries the same trick, convincing Naruto to steal the Forbidden Scroll, but this time, Naruto sees right through it. He doesn't steal anything. Instead, he heads to the meetup spot, defeats Mizuki single-handedly without needing Iruka's help, passes the exam, and ends up on Team 7. Iruka still finds him there, scarred and exhausted from the fight. And well, let's just say that his eyes widen at the maturity in Naruto's gaze when he explains he never took the scroll. That night marks the beginning of a real bond between teacher and student. Iruka is again one of the few adults Naruto trusts completely in this timeline as well. Thanks to his memories from his past life, Naruto's relationships with the team are completely different. Instead of turning into a hopeless Sakura simp like the original Naruto, he treats Sakura like a little sister with zero romantic feelings, which makes a whole lot of sense, since we don't want the FBI getting involved in this either.
FBI, open up!
As for his girlfriend Sasuke, Naruto is much firmer, vowing to stop him from ever falling into darkness. Even though Sasuke resents him at first, just like before, he slowly starts warming up to Naruto. Naruto trains with Sasuke after missions, pushing him without the usual jealousy, offering quiet advice drawn from memories of Sasuke's future strength. Sasuke bristles at the familiarity, but he can't deny the results. His shuriken accuracy sharpens, his fire jutsu grows hotter, and meanwhile, Sakura finds herself relying on Naruto's steady presence more than Sasuke's brooding silence. Everything goes smoothly and mostly follows the original story until the Land of Waves arc. Things play out a bit different here. When Team 7 encounters Zabuza and Haku, Naruto defeats Haku without letting Sasuke get stabbed and awaken his Sharingan too early. After beating Haku, Naruto spares his life, then rushes to help Kakashi finish Zabuza faster. He still gives that speech about bonds and broken dreams, reaching Zabuza emotionally just like before. When Zabuza decides to sacrifice himself against Gato's men, Naruto Naruto steps in and makes sure neither Zabuza nor Haku dies. Both are taken alive to Konoha and imprisoned, giving them a real shot at redemption later. Years down the line, after proving themselves on supervised missions, Zabuza and Haku are quietly released into Konoha's service. Haku becomes a medical ninja under Tsunade's wing, and Zabuza ends up training Anbu sword specialists. They never forget the boy who gave them a second chance. Fast forward to the Forest of Death arc. The moment Team 7 enters, Naruto senses Orochimaru's malicious chakra from miles away. He warns Sasuke and Sakura to stay close. When Orochimaru unleashes his killing intent, Naruto counters it with a pulse of Kurama's chakra, instantly freeing his teammates from the fear. He summons hundreds of shadow clones, taps into his one-tailed cloak for a massive speed and power boost, and starts trading blows with Orochimaru, completely overwhelming him before the snake summon can even fully appear. Everyone is stunned. Knowing Orochimaru's obsession with Sasuke and his plan to plant the curse mark, Naruto stations a few shadow clones to guard Sasuke. They intercept the neck extension and stop Orochimaru from biting him. Naruto casually mentions he knows Orochimaru is looking for a new body because his current one is failing. Shocked and outmatched, Orochimaru retreats, promising to come back for Sasuke later. Because Naruto handles Orochimaru here, Sasuke never gets the curse mark, and the 5-element seal Orochimaru placed on Naruto in the original timeline never happens. Everything plays out the same, but Naruto's insane display of power makes Sasuke jealous, officially kicking off their rivalry. Sasuke trains harder than ever, pushing his Sharingan to its limits, determined not to be left behind. From here on, things stay mostly the same until the Chunin exams. Thanks to Naruto's memories, the matches go very differently. Against Kiba, Naruto mops the floor with him. He knows Kiba's fighting style inside and out and is way stronger. Before the Lee versus Gaara fight, Naruto pulls Lee aside and warns him about Gaara's sand armor and how fast it drains chakra. He tells Lee not to open the 5th gate right away and to focus on wearing Gaara down instead of going all out. Lee listens, stays mobile, and avoids wrecking his own body. When Gaara tries the final sand burial, Naruto, now much stronger and faster, bursts onto the field and pulls Lee to safety even quicker than Guy did in the original timeline. Gaara still wins, but Lee walks away with only bruises and no career-ending injuries. Guy weeps openly at the sight of his student walking away unharmed. Hugging Naruto so hard, the boy nearly suffocates. Lee declares Naruto his eternal rival in youth, and the two begin occasional joint training sessions that push both to new heights. The rest of the prelims go pretty much the same. As the finals approach, Naruto trains with Jiraiya just like before. Jiraiya immediately notices Naruto's incredible chakra control and starts teaching him the Rasengan. Naruto pretends to struggle, but masters it fast without even needing shadow clones for focus. During the month, Naruto also secretly works on wind release, laying the groundwork for Rasen Shuriken years early. Jiraiya senses the boy is holding back, but attributes it to natural genius. In the finals against Neji, Naruto hides his full strength. Using superior taijutsu from years of future battle experience, he dodges the gentle fist, drags the fight out for drama, then overpowers Neji cleanly without showing the Rasengan or mass shadow clones, shocking the entire crowd. He still gives the same speech about fate, successfully breaking through Neji's beliefs. Neji bows deeply after the match, tears in his eyes. The Hyuga clan begins to shift. Hinata finds her voice earlier, and the branch family seal becomes a topic of open discussion. Just like before, Sasuke is set to fight Gaara. While the battle rages, Naruto, thanks to his memories, knows the Kage sitting next to Hiruzen is Orochimaru in disguise. He storms the Kage box and publicly calls Orochimaru out, forcing the snake to drop the disguise early and robbing him of the element of surprise. When the Sound Four try to raise the 4 Violet Flames barrier to isolate Hiruzen, Naruto blitzes the roof and knocks out one of them before the barrier can form. No isolation box, and with Anbu, Kakashi, Guy, and Naruto backing Hiruzen up, Orochimaru is overwhelmed. Naruto destroys the Edo Tensei coffins before Hashirama and Tobirama can fully revive. When Orochimaru tries to flee, Naruto catches and subdues him. Orochimaru is captured and locked away, but the battle isn't over. Gaara still goes on his rampage. As soon as Naruto finishes with Orochimaru, he rushes to help Sasuke and Sakura. He uses shadow clones to overwhelm Gaara's defenses, then hits the sand with Rasengan for even more damage, forcing Gaara to awaken Shukaku. Just like before, Naruto summons Gamabunta, defeats Gaara, and uses Talk no Jutsu to reach him and turn turn him toward the light. Gaara's transformation begins that day on the arena roof. He returns to Suna changed, beginning reforms that prevent many of the tragedies that would have come. With Orochimaru securely imprisoned, Hiruzen doesn't die. Still, considering his age, he decides to retire and asks Jiraiya to take over as Hokage. Jiraiya refuses and goes on to search for Tsunade instead. The journey plays out similarly, but without a free Orochimaru, there's no attack from him and Kabuto. Jiraiya keeps training Naruto, boosting his abilities a whole lot. On the road, Naruto confides fragments of his burden to Jiraiya, not the full truth yet, but enough for the Toad Sage to grow deeply protective. While searching for Tsunade, Naruto knows Itachi will show up in the same town. He deliberately distracts Sasuke and keeps him away from the scene, preventing the moment where Itachi bullies Sasuke and hits him with Tsukuyomi. That means Sasuke doesn't fall deeper into revenge. Thanks to all this and Orochimaru being locked up, the Sasuke retrieval arc never happens. Or so you'd think. Actually, Orochimaru is still crucial to Kabuto's ultimate goal, so Kabuto sends the Sound Four and a bunch of extra ninja to break him out. This turns into an Orochimaru retrieval arc instead. The Sound Ninja managed to free Orochimaru, but they're no match for Konoha's Genin and Chunin teams. Most get killed or captured. Orochimaru himself does escape though. Everything else moves forward like the original story, but since there's no Sasuke retrieval or Valley of the End fight, those arcs never happen. The 3-year time skip begins instead. Naruto travels with Jiraiya and makes massive progress. His bond with Kurama grows tremendously, letting Jiraiya teach him Sage Mode, which Naruto masters in weeks. He even learns Rasen Shuriken and perfects it, pushing his abilities even further. Sasuke, meanwhile, trains under Kakashi the whole time. He unlocks his 3 Tomoe Sharingan and becomes stronger than he ever was in the original timeline, thanks to Kakashi's guidance. Kakashi pushes Sasuke hard, teaching him Chidori variants and lightning manipulation far beyond canon. Sasuke grows powerful, but without the curse mark's corruption, his growth is steady and controlled. Even though everything seems to be going smoothly, memories of his past and Itachi's massacre keep flooding Sasuke's mind. Eventually, he leaves the village on an unsanctioned mission to kill Itachi. When Naruto returns to the village and learns Sasuke is gone, he immediately blames himself for letting Sasuke walk the same path of revenge all over again. Out on his own, Sasuke encounters Orochimaru, who offers him a huge power boost to take down Itachi. Sasuke doesn't trust the snake, but he knows he needs to be at his absolute best to face his brother, so he accepts it. Orochimaru places the curse mark on Sasuke just like in the original timeline, still planning to take the body later. Even though Naruto desperately wants to chase after Sasuke, he can't. Remember, this is exactly the time when Akatsuki start moving to capture the tailed beasts. Naruto decides to leave Sasuke alone for now. He'll deal with his best friend later. Another big thing to note here is this. Because Naruto is so focused on saving the other Jinchuriki, he never runs into Itachi like he did in the original timeline. That's gonna have massive ripple effects. You'll see why soon. Naruto dives straight into action to save the Jinchuriki. He goes into his subconscious and asks Kurama for help. Seeing Naruto's genuine desire to protect the tailed beasts finally pushes Kurama's trust over the edge. Kurama tells him the locations of every single one. Thanks to that, Naruto taps into the tailed beast telepathy network, just like he did during the 4th Great Ninja War, and contacts Jinchuriki like Killer Bee, Yugito Ni, and Roshi. He warns them about Akatsuki years before the real hunting even starts. He urges them to gather up and go into hiding, starving the ghetto statue of the chakra it needs. At first, they don't trust him. Who would trust some random kid claiming to know the future? But since Naruto has all his memories, he knows their names, their beasts' names, and personal details. When he meets the Four-Tailed Son Goku, he greets him like an old friend. Slowly but surely, he earns their trust. When it comes to the Mist Village, Naruto knows the 4th Mizukage Yagura is under Obito's Genjutsu. With Kurama's help dispelling illusions, Naruto frees Yagura super early, saves Isobu, the Three Tails, and ends the bloody Mist era before it fully spirals, saves countless lives, and gains another solid tailed beast ally. At this point, Naruto has saved every single tailed beast, making the allied forces way more prepared against Akatsuki. You'd think that's an automatic win, right? Not quite. It's way more complicated. You see, to the Raikage or the Tsuchikage, the tailed beasts are military property, basically walking nukes. If Naruto rescues them and hides them somewhere safe, the other villages aren't gonna send thank you cards. They'll think Konoha is stealing the world's weapons to build an empire. Meanwhile, at Akatsuki HQ, Pain and Obito notice all the Jinchuriki vanishing off the grid. They immediately start suspecting there's a spy in their ranks, putting Itachi in an incredibly tough spot. Because Naruto warns everyone so early, arcs like the Kage rescue never happen in this timeline, meaning characters like Asuma don't die. Asuma spends the years smoking less, training Mirai early, living a fuller life with Kurenai and their unborn child. Everything else rolls forward with Sasuke. He successfully kills Orochimaru, absorbs him for the power boost, then heads out to find and kill Itachi. But just as Sasuke is about to walk away from the scene, Naruto shows up. Naruto begs him to drop the revenge quest and come home to the village. Sasuke refuses. Right in the middle of their talk, Obito swoops in and Kamui's Sasuke out of there. By now, Akatsuki is completely frustrated. They finally figure Naruto is the mastermind behind the tailed beasts disappearing, which brings us to the Pain invasion. Except it happens way earlier. Every single Akatsuki member is sent to eliminate and capture Naruto. They figure if they grab him and Kurama, the other beasts will follow. The attack is brutal, but thanks to Jiraiya and Asuma still being alive in this timeline, they jump in and help big time. Naruto mastered Sage Mode way earlier, so he's way more useful in the fight. Still, the sheer number of Akatsuki members is overwhelming. Seeing no other choice, Naruto asks Kurama for full cooperation. He unlocks the seal and runs straight into Minato's chakra remnant. They have a quick heart-to-heart. Naruto spills the truth about being reborn with his memories. Minato smiles, tells him he 100% believes in him and trusts his judgment, then fades. Kurama is fully released, and Naruto instantly unlocks Kyuubi chakra mode. Naruto floods the village with hundreds of KCM clones to protect everyone. With that insane backup, Jiraiya, Kakashi, and the others manage to neutralize members like Sasori, Deidara, Hidan, and even Kakuzu. After taking down the grunts, Naruto handles the 6 paths of pain himself, then rushes to Nagato's hidden location. There, he shows Nagato a real alternative to the cycle of hatred, reminding him of his original dream of peace through understanding, not more pain. Just like before, Naruto's Talk no Jutsu cracks Nagato's ideology. Nagato decides to call off the attack, but right then, Obito steps in, Kamui's Nagato away, and, disgusted that Nagato wavered, kills him to take the Rinnegan for himself. Even though the village is in shambles, key characters who died or got crippled in the original, like Hinata's branch family issues, Shizune, Jiraiya, and Kakashi are all alive and mostly fine here. The other villages are furious about Naruto hoarding the Jinchuriki, but Naruto assures them everyone is safe and shares the locations to calm things down. And here, well, everything else lines up. Sasuke crashes the 5 Kage summit, Obito declares the 4th Great Ninja War and demands the remaining tailed beasts, not knowing they're already hidden, then grabs Sasuke and dips. Just like before, Sasuke kills Danzo, and as he's leaving, Naruto confronts him again. Sasuke tells him to get out of the way, but Naruto refuses. They clash just like old times, but this time Naruto completely overwhelms him. He tries Talk no Jutsu again, begging Sasuke to drop the hatred and come home. Sasuke still says no. Once more, Obito shows up to save the day and warps Sasuke away. As Obito is about to vanish, Naruto calls him by his real name, shocking him before he disappears. Afterward, Naruto keeps the full truth about Obito to himself at first. He doesn't want to draw suspicion, but Jiraiya picks up on it. Yep, the old perv acts like a goof most of the time, but he's scary sharp. In Boruto, he instantly noticed that Boruto and Sasuke were from the future, so no surprise he figures out Naruto's been reborn with memories. He confronts Naruto, who spills everything, how he died, Obito's real plan with infinite Tsukuyomi, and that Kaguya is literally a god waiting to be revived. Hearing it all, Jiraiya spreads the info to the other villages, getting everyone way better prepared for the war. An important thing to point out here, Obito still doesn't have a single tailed beast sealed. 0! But just like in the original, he links up with Kabuto, who goes all in on Edo Tensei, bringing back absolute monsters like Madara, Nagato, and a bunch of other legendary shinobi. The problem? Because Itachi never gets that final meeting with Naruto in this timeline, the crow with Shisui's eye never gets planted. That means there's no failsafe genjutsu to break Kabuto's control later. Another massive butterfly effect is Itachi never gets the chance to break through to Sasuke at the end. No heartfelt revelation, no redemption talk, no Sasuke turning back to the light. And since Sasuke never gets redeemed, this means he wouldn't revive Orochimaru to reincarnate the 4 Hokages, Minato, Tobirama, Hashirama, and Hiruzen. So the enemy lineup is terrifying. Obito pulling strings, real Madara in the flesh, Sasuke fully committed to the dark side with his new Rinnegan and an army of immortal Edo Uchiha legends plus other revived powerhouses. Without any tailed beasts to revive the Ten Tails, you'd think the good guys have this in the bag, but those Edo reincarnated are a nightmare. They just keep coming back no matter how many times you blow them apart. Still, the allied shinobi forces have something the enemy doesn't. Every single free Jinchuriki fighting alongside Naruto. Killer Bee dropping rhyme bombs with Yuki, Yugito syncing perfectly with Matatabi, Old Man Orochi going lava mode with Son Goku. It's a full tailed beast alliance years ahead of schedule. They turn the tide hard, coordinating massive assaults that even immortal Edo can't fully counter when hit with that kind of raw power. As the war reaches its peak, Naruto, running on pure Sage Mode, KCM, and every trick he's mastered, finally encounters Hagoromo, the Sage of Six Paths himself. Naruto lays it all out. The rebirth, the memories, his unbreakable vow to pull Sasuke back from total darkness no matter what. Hagoromo sees something in him resolve that outshines everything else and hands over the full Yang Seal. No split this time. Naruto alone gets the complete power boost, turning him into something beyond even what he was in the original war. While the main force holds the line, Naruto sends a shadow clone to hunt down Kabuto's hiding spot. The clone eventually finds Kabuto, beats him into submission, and forces him to release the Edo Tensei. One hand sign later, the immortal army crumbles to dust. The battlefield goes quiet for a split second as everyone realizes the biggest threat just vanished. With Edo Tensei gone, Obito's plan falls apart. Cornered and desperate, he still tries to push the infinite Tsukuyomi, but Naruto gets through to him one last time. Talk no jutsu at its finest, reminding him of Rin, of who he used to be, of the boy who just wanted to protect his friends. Obito breaks, he surrenders, gets captured alive, and is brought back to Konoha to actually pay for his crimes instead of dying in battle. As for the final Naruto vs Sasuke battle, it still happens, but thanks to Naruto being leagues stronger, he absolutely destroys Sasuke, finally saving his friend from the darkness. No arm losses for either of them this time. Because the war ends before the infinite Tsukuyomi can fire, Kaguya never revives. No divine intervention needed, no final seal with Sasuke. The world is saved earlier, cleaner, and with far less losses. In the piece that follows, the list of people Naruto actually saved is huge. Hiruzen lives out his retirement, Jiraiya keeps writing his books and training the next generation, Asumo watches his kid grow up, Neji never has to make that sacrifice, Might Guy keeps his gates without permanent damage, Zabuza and Haku eventually earn parole and become unlikely allies, Gaara's father survives the shifted politics, the entire Bloody Mist era is averted with countless lives spared. Even Conan lives, choosing a quiet life rebuilding Amegakure. Years later, Sasuke does return, changed, quieter, and atoning in his own way. Naruto becomes Hokage far younger than anyone expected, the youngest in history, with Kurama as his true partner, and the entire ninja world finally moving toward real peace. The villages sign lasting treaties. The Jinchuriki are no longer weapons, and they're respected guardians instead. Technology and chakra research advance together. And from here, everything settles down pretty much like the original story. Except Naruto becomes Hokage way earlier, claiming the title as the youngest ever. Thanks for watching this video. Make sure you like and subscribe, and click on this video next for more great anime content. Go on, check it out!